Ladies and gentlemen, General Chiarelli.
Well, good morning. The Honorable James Miller, welcome. Keith Alexander, General Alexander, welcome. Distinguished guests, other general officers, sergeant majors, members of the senior executive service, invited guests, family and friends, welcome and thank you all for being here today. Thanks to the United States Army Band, Pershing Zone, the Army Cyber Command Color Guard, Chaplain Russell, and everyone involved in making this a truly special occasion. I'm honored to be part of this important ceremony today as U.S. Army Cyber Command, 2nd Army, begins operations. This historic milestone reflects a tremendous amount of hard work by many individuals in this, outside here today and elsewhere. The process for planning and standing up a new command normally takes months, if not years. Army Cyber Command was established and operational in less than a year. The concept plan alone was written and submitted to Headquarters Department of the Army within 34 days, which is, in fact, record time. This truly represents a remarkable achievement. The uncasing of the colors is a significant event. Officially, this ceremony also marks the transfer of authority for all Army cyber functions from Lieutenant General Kevin Campbell and SMDC R-Strat to Major General Rhett Hernandez. These ceremonies are important. Well, some may argue during a time of war we're too busy for pomp and circumstance. The United States Army has a proud history, written by the courageous, patriotic men and women who have served our country for over 235 years. And while we are busy conducting operations in 2 separate theaters, continuously evolving and improving how we operate, we are also always mindful of our responsibility to carry on the legacy, standards, and traditions of the past. Ceremonies like this one help to preserve that all-important connection between past and present. At his inauguration in 1961, President John F. Kennedy said, "In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. This generation is one of them. 9 years ago, our nation came under attack. And in the years since, our military has led the fight against the evils of extremism in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm incredibly proud of all we have accomplished, and we've learned much in the process. Today, we're facing a different kind of enemy, one who often fights in an unconventional manner. They frequently don't wear uniforms, blending in with the general population, operating in cells. Many of them located thousands of miles from the battlefield, some as close as the apartment building down the street or the storefront in the center of town. I mentioned their unconventional methods. Their goal is to instill fear and uncertainty. They're less interested in killing a handful of people than they are causing mass hysteria and crippling or devaluing our institutions. This enemy is also much more adept than previous adversaries at using technology as an effective weapon. They're extremely savvy, and they continue to pose a significant and growing threat to our information networks. Keeping our nation safe from those who would do us harm now and in the future will require a coordinated team effort. That is why Army Cyber Command was established, to ensure the all-important unity of effort and command in Army cyberspace activities and operations. Lieutenant General Campbell, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for the outstanding direction and support you've provided over the past year. You deserve much of the credit, you and your command, Sergeant Major Turner. It was through your leadership that we were able to establish this new command and do all that was required to get it up and running as quickly as possible. I know you're very proud of the soldiers and Army civilians. They made tremendous strides in this relatively new frontier of cybersecurity. Among their many accomplishments, The command led the U.S. Cyber Command Counter Improvised Explosive Device Joint Planning Group and successfully transitioned it to an operational planning team. This represented the first time a service component led U.S. Cybercom planning elements. The unit also provided direct support to U.S. Cybercom for planning integration of Army network services on the Afghan mission network. They made significant progress coordinating cyberspace defensive response actions across the Army. This has helped synchronize priority of effort in responding to potential vulnerabilities in Army cyberspace defenses. Army cyber subordinate units have also made significant contributions. The Network Enterprise Technology Command, NETCOM, or Ninth Signal Command, Army, significantly improved network connectivity to U.S. forces, Afghanistan, by extending the high-speed global information grid to the Afghanistan area of responsibility. NETCOM also executed the Army's second operational evaluation of the Network Service Center concept, which assessed the ability of a transformed land war net to provide a global enterprise services, connectivity, enhanced security, and battle command capability from home station and well deployed. The Intelligence and Security Command, INSCOM, deployed 32 soldiers and conducted over 250 expeditionary cyber missions in support of operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as several other AORs around the world. They conducted focused cyberspace operational efforts in support of 5 combatant commanders, and they are currently working in direct support of ongoing operations in theater. First, Information Operations I.O. Command executed over 110 missions during FY10, supporting various combatant commands and Army agencies. They also responded to nearly 21,000 identified computer incidents affecting Army networks. I could go on and on. Suffice it to say, the men and women of Army cyber elements and subordinate units have been extremely busy, conducting what is, without a doubt, one of the most critical missions that exist today. And they're doing an absolutely phenomenal job. Now, for those of you who don't know Kevin, for the last three years or so, he's been wearing 3 hats. In addition to being responsible for all Army cyber functions, he also serves as Commanding General of U.S. Army Space and Missile Defense Command and Army Forces Strategic Command. I know he is happy to be handing over one of those hats to Rhett this morning. Kevin, thank you again for leading this tremendous effort. Over the past year, you've done a remarkable job. You and your wonderful bride, Kathy, have done amazing things for our Army as individuals and as a team, and I know you will continue to do even more in the days ahead. Thanks to you both. Today we are very fortunate to be welcoming another great team in Rhett and Pat Hernandez. Now, Major General Hernandez has a well-deserved reputation as a strong, effective leader and brilliant thinker. He's caring, compassionate, loyal, hardworking. Well, folks, yesterday Rhett asked if he could review my remarks. He said for accuracy, and he ended up adding a few suggested lines in the margin, but I'm having trouble reading his handwriting. Oh, the word is humble. Humble. All joking aside, Rhett is one of our Army's best. I had the opportunity to work closely with him over the past 2+ years. He was my next door neighbor at Fort Hood, and in his most recent assignment as the Assistant Deputy Chief of Staff G357. Throughout the years, I've always been able to count on him to give me his best candid advice on many of the most difficult and complex issues facing our Army today. I am absolutely certain he's the right person at the right time to lead this organization in the challenging days ahead. Rhett, I have every confidence the soldiers and civilians of the Army's newest command, Army Cyber Command, 2nd Army, will continue to excel under your strong and able leadership. And you are fortunate to have an equally capable partner in Command Sergeant Major Blackwood. I look forward to working with you. I wish you the very best of luck. Thanks again to the men and women of Army Cyber Command for the outstanding job you're doing keeping our Army and our nation safe. Keep up the great work. Army strong.